Hey you guys, it's me, Miss Panda Talk Time, and I'm coming at you today with another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend about Miss Panda Talk Time. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever Miss Panda Talk Time drops a video. So, what I want to talk about today is Chrisean Rock did a drunk live. She took Blueface's phone and she went live in a restaurant where she appeared to be sitting at a bar, and she seemed like she was drunk and she was talking crap to just random people. Apparently, she stole Blueface's phone and was obviously going through his phone because she was upset because she thought that if she took his phone, she was going to catch some girl. Maybe it could have been his baby mother or just any random chick or whatever that she thought he was messing around with was going to call the phone while she had it. So that's why she took it and kept it for like, a long time to see if somebody would call or whatever. So while she was doing this, she showed Blueface's baby on the live. I don't think that he would approve of that. I don't think that his baby mother would approve of that. I don't think that they wanted anybody to see their baby on social media or whatever. So I don't think that he would be with that or whatever. But if she didn't seem like she cared, she was drunk or whatever. She was just doing way too much. So during this live, Blueface's mom called his phone during this live, and Chrisean answered the phone. And she was asking Chrisean Rock, was everything okay? Because I guess she was watching a live or whatever the case may be and saw her rambling on and just, talking to all these people and just acting a plum fool. And her response was, maybe, maybe not. And then she proceeded to say, I might leave his body missing. So his mom asked her, where John is. Where's John? I guess that's referring to Blueface. I guess his real name is John or whatever. And her response was, he's in the room waiting for me to come back. So while she was talking to his mom on the phone, a guy, I guess he was with her because he seemed familiar with her, whatever. So he was with her. I guess he was a part of her entourage, but he tried to grab the phone from her. So I would assume that he did know her. So she pushed his hand away and she told him to stop. And she responded to him, I'm grown, in a real indignant type of way. So in the process of that, his mother said to her, I thought you wasn't drinking anymore. And she was just like, I'm not drinking or whatever the case may be. I ain't drink that much, whatever. But you can clearly tell by the way that she was speaking and slurring her words. And obviously she's on live, so you clearly see that that's a lie. She's sitting at a bar, she's drinking with these random people, so that's a lie. So me personally, I think that she should stop drinking or at least scale back just a little bit because she clearly can't handle her liquor. She becomes very destructive. She becomes very aggressive and sometimes violent. She even said on the live that she tore up the hotel room that they were in. She said she broke the TV. She said she broke furniture. She said she completely destroyed the hotel room that she was in. And I guess they had to move her to a different room. But little do you know, they move you to another room. Okay, cool. You're a celebrity, but you still got to pay for that. You got to pay for the damages that's done to that. They're not just going to take that L. They just not. So that's why I'm saying, in my personal opinion, and I stand on that she needs to stop drinking so much. That's why I say that. Also, the guy that was sitting beside her, who initially tried to take the phone away from her, kept asking her to get off of the live. She began to kind of fuss with him, going back and forth with him. After he said, I guess he was trying everything in his power to try to get her to get off of this live and leave because she had a show that she was supposed to be doing. She was in Oakland, and she had a show that she was supposed to be doing. So she's fussing with him and he's trying to get her to get off the live, and he kept asking her to get off. And he even, at one point said that, I'll pay the bill. And she told him, no, I'll pay the bill myself. But, she just wanted, to pay the bill herself because she wasn't ready to leave. She wanted to continue to drink, and she, had to have fun, and, have a few more shots with the people, around her. And a lot of these people she didn't even know. They were people that just kind of was already sitting at the bar. So she wanted to kind of buy them shots or whatever the case may be. She began to get more agitated. You can tell that she was getting more agitated by her facial expression. She was, making faces and, her body language. You could just tell she was getting upset with him because she didn't appreciate the fact that he kept, telling her, you got to go. Come on, you got to get ready. She didn't like that. I guess it was, messing up her drunkenness or whatever. So his mother still was on a live while she's, acting like this or whatever, and, still on the phone. And told her that she, will call Blueface back later. And Chrisean, that is, stated that he doesn't answer your calls. So if you do call, I'll probably be the one to answer the phone myself because he doesn't answer the phone when you call. So the mother was like, well, he does answer me. Like, I probably have to call from a different number, but he'll answer. And that's a shame. I mean, I don't know what he got going on with his mother to the point where when she called, he don't even want to answer her phone. I don't understand that. But I got to look into that a little bit more because he don't even want to be bothered with her either. Um, so she continued to argue back and forth with the guy. I guess his name is L because that's what she kept referring to him as, because he was sitting right next to her and he wanted her to stop acting fool and get off this live and leave. But she just wasn't with it. She just kept like arguing with him and going back and forth with him. She just wanted to order more shots. So she was talking about random things and she was slurring her words and cursing, and she was supposed to be getting herself ready for this obligation that she had in Oakland. She was supposed to, do a performance at a club in Oakland. She didn't say what club it was or whatever. But she wasn't at the show because she was on this live sitting at the bar, obviously. And she's in her feelings about the drama between her and Blueface. It's like once she'll be doing okay, but it's like once she gets into her feelings about something that's going on with her and Blueface, then that's when she just falls apart and just start drinking and rambling and crying and just getting all emotional and all of this crap. But instead of her getting ready, she just kept ordering more and more shots, and she began to ramble, while she was on live, which I don't think this is a good idea. She said that she would kill somebody and I will kill him. I don't think that it's a good idea to say that on live. That's just me personally, not on live. You shouldn't kill anybody, first of all. But if you're going to do that or say something like that, you shouldn't say things like that on live, because if something happens to him, she said this on live, they're going to look at her as a person of interest. That's usually just how it goes. They usually look at the significant other. But the people around her just kept trying to get her to get up and leave, and she just kept offering to buy them more and more shots. And the random people that she didn't, the strangers and stuff that she was drinking with at the bar, just, you could tell that they were ready to go because they kept trying to get up or whatever. And she kept offering to buy them more and more shots because she didn't want them to leave. She kind of wanted them to stay there with her and just continue to drink, but whatever. The next thing she did was just like, this girl, she never ceases to amaze me. She took her shirt off out in public while sitting at the bar. She took her shirt off. So at this point, she's just sitting there in a bonnet. She took her shirt off and she's sitting there with a red bra on. It was a cute red bra, but not appropriate to wear out in public, not especially not being a lady. And she's just, showing her breasts. Her breasts were covered up with a bra, but nevertheless, she still didn't have on a shirt. She wasn't covered up. In my opinion, this girl, she really needs help. She has like some deep rooted issues, I guess, maybe some things that happened in her family on her childhood or something. But she needs a real intervention because she's gonna end up self-destructing, or she's gonna hurt somebody really, really bad. Um this is ridiculous. I don't know. It's just cringy to watch. She kept like arguing with the people that was around her, because they kept repeatedly telling her that it was time to go, and she just wasn't trying to hear it. And then, instead of going back and forth with her, they noticed that wasn't working. So they tried to take her phone out her hand. She wasn't going for that either. She kind of like snatched and pushed their hands back and everything. She just would not leave. She just kept arguing with them. And also, finally, they were able to get her to get up. And while she was in the hallway, she bumped into some random girl that she did not know. Keep in mind, she doesn't know this girl. And Chrisean already had on a bonnet, but she liked the girl's bonnet a little bit more. So she asked the girl, which was a complete random stranger, could she have her bonnet? And the girl took the bonnet off and gave it to her. And needless to say, Chrisean took her bonnet off and put the random girl's bonnet on her head. And my thing is, she didn't even wash it. She just put it straight on her head. She don't know if that girl had scalp acne. She don't know if that girl had folliculitis. She don't know if that girl had lice. She don't know if she had any other disease that would affect the scalp. She just took and put this random stranger, who she does not know at all, bonnet on her head. That is gross to me. Really gross. But I guess, like I said, she wasn't in her right state of mind because she's drunk. And you make those kind of decisions when you're drunk. So the girl stated that, she washed her hair and, but we don't know if that girl washed her hair. We don't even know when the girl washed her hair. We don't know. I mean, maybe she did wash her hair, but we didn't see it. So we don't know if she's telling the truth. And also, we don't know when she washed her hair. It's not like we don't know if she washed her hair that day, a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, or even months ago. We don't know that. So you can't trust people. People say anything. You can't trust anybody. So then, after putting a random stranger's bonnet on her head, she said they finally got her into the elevator, and the girl who's the random stranger who she got this bonnet from got into the elevator with her in her entourage or whatever. And she stated instead of going to the room, because he pressed the button, I guess, to go to the room so she can get ready to do her show, she said that she didn't want to go to the room. She wanted to go outside to the car because she wanted to smoke a blunt or whatever. So the random stranger was on the elevator with her, and other people got on the elevator, of course, because it's an elevator, and she started talking to the different people, and she just seemed like she was stressed out over Blue, and she just always seems so stressed out over him. I don't understand their relationship. Like, on one hand, she seemed like she loves him a lot, but on the other hand, it seemed like she's just always miserable and upset at the same time. I don't understand that. I mean, love. I mean, that's not love to me. I mean, it's just weird. So a blind man had got on the elevator with them. So she asked the man, was he blind? I mean, he had on the sunglasses that the blind people wear. He had like the walking stick, the walking cane that they use when you're blind. And she didn't believe that he was blind, because she asked him, was he blind? And he did confirm that he was in fact blind. So she was talking to other random people on the elevator. So she told the dude that was blind that he was on the elevator with a bunch of bad bitches. And then she proceeded to ask him if he knew what breasts looked like, because she was standing there and she still didn't have her shirt on or whatever. And she still was in her bra. And somebody responded that if he doesn't know what breasts look like, he sure know what they feel like. And they all proceeded to laugh or whatever. Um, so the guy L that she was with, they all went outside, and the girl who she got the bonnet from proceeded to follow her outside. She seemed to be like following her everywhere she went, which is, to me, a little suspect, because in the world we live in now, you have to be careful. Mind you, she's still on this live feed. I don't And she's still streaming. So not only could this stranger that she got this bonnet from know her location, but she also was telling her location to the people, and like showing them different things in the background. So you can kind of see just from the background what hotel she was at. And, then she went to her personal vehicle. I don't know if it was her personal vehicle or rental or whatever, but the vehicle that she was in, that she came there in. And mind you, this girl with the bonnet, who I don't know her name, came up to the car and followed her to the car. And she began taking pictures with random strangers. And it's not safe. In the world we live in now, you can't do stuff like that, because people will get killed for less than that. Luckily, this particular time, she didn't get like robbed or hurt or anything like that. But you got to be careful doing stuff like that, yo. Like, that's just not good. Okay, so she began talking about Blueface again. And this particular time, her whole tune changed. She stated that she loved him because he supports her and he supports her dreams. And, they support each other and all this other different things. And it seemed like her emotions was just like all over the place, because just a minute ago, you was just mad at the dude thinking that he was cheating on you, and talking about, showing his baby on live, and thinking that random women was going to call his phone. And now you talking about how much you love her. It's ridiculous. Her emotions was like all over the place. Um, it's just not a good look, because you can't do stuff like that. People will set you up with a smile on their face. So eventually Blueface called her, and he basically asked her where she was and what she was doing. And then he asked her why she left him in the room by himself, and he just wanted to know why she took his phone. And she just kind of explained to him that she took his phone because she thought that she told him she was honest. I give her that. She was honest, because she wanted to see if any girls was gonna call the phone, or she said that he was doing good, and she was happy that that no females called his phone. So she was kind of happy about that. And she said that he passed the test or whatever. Obviously, she was testing him. That's why she took the phone, because I guess she thought if she kept it long enough that somebody would text or call, but nobody did it. But so she was kind of happy about it. But like I said, um, he could have, because he still was in a hotel room, mind you. And the hotel room has a phone that he could have used to call ahead, to get ahead of the situation, because obviously he knows how this girl thinks, because this is not the first time that she's probably taken his phone. This is not the first time that they been mad at each other and got into it. So he probably could have got ahead of it, just to, kind of try to neutralize the situation and call or text it. Well, he didn't have a phone to text, but he could have got on the phone, the hotel phone, and called whoever it was that she thought was going to call, and just told them, hey, listen, I don't have my phone, because everybody knows that they're together. They're always on camera together. They're always on live and social media together. And just called that person, just let them know that not to call, because, I don't have my phone and she has my phone at this time. That's another thing to consider. This relationship is super duper toxic. There's absolutely no trust between them whatsoever. If you get to the point where you have to start checking your significant other's phone and always want to know their whereabouts, and you just have absolutely no trust for them, y'all don't need to be together. That's not a relationship, a healthy and happy relationship to be in, because you're always going to constantly wonder, when they're not with you, what they are doing and what they're up to. Nobody wants to live like that. It's just, you can't have peace of mind like that. And they're always on social media fighting with each other, or she's always on social media going back and forth or arguing or fist fighting somebody. And it's just not healthy. She's always looking through his phone for women's numbers, and she just needs to slow down with the drinking, and just needs to just get herself together. She's a beautiful young lady, but the drinking is clearly not a good look, because she's not even making good decisions, because she knew she had a financial obligation. You have an obligation to go and perform somewhere, and instead of you taking care, getting yourself together to go and take care of your business so that you can get some money, you're just on live, just bull crapping and not getting your money, stopping your bag, thinking about what this dude is doing or what he could potentially be doing. It's messy. Just being high and drunk all the time. It's a toxic situation, money or not. I don't know what she's going to do. I mean, I just don't. She needs to figure some things out. And she might not be able to get herself together while she's in this relationship with him, because it's not healthy. Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comment section. That will conclude this broadcast of Miss Panda Talk Time. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever this channel drops a video. Thank you for watching, and be blessed.